Okay, we're ready to start the reassembly of the slide on my old worn out XD9. As you saw in the last video, we finished the slide relief and the Cerakoting. So now we're going to move on to the reassembly of the slide itself. This should go pretty quick, not too much, it's pretty straightforward here. So we're going to put it down here back in the block, and we're going to start with the extractor. When I took out the extractor last time, you remember it only can go in one way and come out one way. So we're just going to drop this in here into the little groove that's in the slide for it, and just push it down lightly with the hand. And just to make sure it's seated, I'm just going to give it a good whack with my my punch here. And that seems to be pretty well seated, as you can see right there. It's back in line with the frame. You can see right there. And now I'm going to move on to the loaded chamber flag indicator. I bought a brand new titanium one, but I realized after looking at it, after Cerakoting the slide, this titanium color, I kind of wanted some contrast. So a few of the parts that I purchased, I actually are going to switch back out yet again. So I just put the spring in there, and now I'm going to take one of my roll pin punches as a guide. I'm going to take the old original black chamber loaded flag. I'm just going to push that down in there and seat that nicely. I'm going to take my roll pin punch here and I'm going to shove it through and hold that in. Alright, right now I have my roll pin through the loaded chamber indicator flag. The black looks pretty good contrasting against the titanium slide, and I have the pin for it here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to gently slide the pin out, the roll pin, while I gently slide in the original loaded chamber indicator pin. So we're just going to sort of give it a whack. And as I pull one through like this, I'm just going to shove it through with my finger. And it's almost through now. Now that's retained. So I'm going to put this back in the block. And I'm just going to take my roll pin punch here, line it up, and just give it a little tap. Just make sure it's evenly spread through the frame. There you have it, evenly displaced on both sides. So now we're going to move on. Alright, now we're going to install the striker safety. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the striker safety pin and the striker safety itself. And there's a notch right here in the slide. You can see there's a little recess down in there for the spring to sit and for the block to slide in. Alright, here we are. We're about to install our striker safety and our striker safety spring. Goes in pretty easy. Spring just goes in the hole here, and the striker safety itself, and then it just slides right into the receptacle in the slide itself. And then you just push down like this, and she's in. Then we just take our striker safety retaining pin, slide it in the back of the receiver right here, shove that in. And that's all the way in right there, and that's it for that. Okay, now we're going to install the striker rebound spring and the striker itself. So I'm going to put the striker rebound spring right here down in the, the striker channel. Here's the brand new titanium striker. We're going to slide that into the frame as well, into the slide. Push it forward. Once I get it forward to hit the rebound spring, I'm going to roll it over onto its bottom here. I'm going to take the original striker retainer pin, and I'm going to place the, see it's tapered, the smaller end is going to go in the hole here. I'm just going to hold it in my hand. I'm going to give it a few good whacks with my gunsmithing hammer here. And once it catches, I'm going to finish it off with the roll pin itself. Okay, let's get that pin ready. Almost there. And she's just about flush. As you can see, that pin is nice and flush now on the frame. The striker is retained. And we are in business. Okay, now we're going to install our striker indicator. We're going to place the striker indicator spring over the striker indicator pin, and we're going to feed it into the hole inside the striker itself. Then we're going to take our striker indicator guide here. We're going to place that inside there as well. Now here's where it gets tricky, because we're going to have to put this under compression while sliding the striker retaining plate right here up into the channel. So this is going to go into here like that. So all this is going to go in one move. I'm going to push this down. It's going to create a lot of tension here as it slides into place. Just going to line it up over the striker retainer rod. It's going down. So now it's got a lot of tension on it. So I'm going to take my striker retaining pin backing plate here and slide it up in this channel. There we go. So there you have it right there. The titanium backing plate with the black guide rod, and then the titanium striker indicator pin right there. You can see that as I pull on the striker. Gives it a nice look of contrast here. Now we're going to move along to installing the Barstow barrel right here, threaded with a Springer Precision compensator, 2-port compensator, and I have a 1911 style guide rod for it. This should be fun. Okay, now I'm installing my 1911 style spring. As you can see, what I did, since it doesn't go in quite like a 1911, I got the Barstow barrel in there. I'm using a roll pin punch, and I'm threading into the spring as a guide, because this spring is so long, and I'm going to compress it to half its size. So as I start compressing the spring here, it's going to build up a lot of tension. I mean, a lot of tension. Okay, I got the 1911 spring and tungsten rod into my XD9 here. I did it off camera. I really had to wrestle it. I had to put a roll pin punch to guide the guide rod and spring. There's so much tension, it shot out a couple times. Maybe that'll wear over time, but 1911's going a different way. As I said, this thing was a wrestling match. As you can see, it's in the gun. I got my compensator on the front now with the slide cuts. The gun's coming along. It looks pretty friggin' cool. I'm going to start assembling the frame next, and then I'll put the rear sight on this, and then we'll take it out to the range and shoot it. Thank you.